Alrighty, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Hairymuppet. Welcome back. Just gonna adjust my wrist straps a little bit. They're a little bit tight, and it's getting into serious spring/summer temperatures around here. So, yeah, a little bit interesting. But yes, not too much fun having the wrist straps on anymore, but it's alright. So, basically, what we're going to be doing today is building the mega base. We are finally here. We are finally building it. And yeah, so we got some robots up here. These are completely full. Backed up a little bit of these as well. I put the uranium fuel and the flying robot frames in chests. Didn't really worry about the red circuits, but yeah, this is mainly so that if I want to build some construction robots, I can do that whenever I want. And I might need to build some simply for the purposes of like a solar farm or something like that. Anyway, these guys have been going pretty good. 3.4k there, 3.2k here, which is nice. I've also been doing some stuff with teleporters. So I got a new mod, which is teleporters, and it gave me a bit more research. So this is a teleporter beacon. So basically this is the place you teleport to, and you can also teleport to and from these guys. And then we've got this. So this is equipment, personal teleporter, which you put in your bag or something like that, or your equipment, I guess. And then you can teleport to any of these beacons you want. And this is a jump targeter. I don't know if we're going to need this thing. I think I'm just going to get the personal teleporter and then these guys. So as you can see here, I got one. This is Home Advanced. So you click the menu up the top left. And then I say, I want to go to the uranium mine. Boom, I'm at the uranium mine. Now, that does take a bit of energy. You can see both of these guys went down. So now I can go back to home and they go down a bit. So that will be, I don't know how much energy they have. I don't know how to make them gain energy any faster. I don't think you can. Like Fortress Craft, you can make things gain energy faster. I'm not sure if you can do it here. But anyway, haven't got the teleportation thing here. So we're going to start off doing that. And then I'm going to tell you about my plans for this game. So, steel. Outer steel. So we need 100 speed modules and 15 of these guys, which each one takes 250. Okay, so that's a lot. That's like a lot. So let's go over to here. Let's do that. Okay, so 250 of this is going to be... Well, we need 15 of these guys, don't we? Jesus Christ. Okay, that's a lot. That's a lot. Let's get one of these. So if we put all of this into here... So we need 250 times 15, which is 3,750. Which is more than this chest can hold. So this will hold 3,200. So we need 550 in my inventory. And then we can let this chest fill up, and then we will be all good. And what else do we need? 100 speed modules. I feel like they're not that hard to get. Come on, freaking give us 550. Almost. 3, 4, 55. Excellent. Took up a whole bunch of coal as well, but don't really care about that. And then some speed modules. 43. There we go. There's 100. So let's just wait for that to clear up or get built or whatever. And it might take a while, but then again, hopefully they'll fill up fairly soon. Got to be a cough as well. This is like, usually I don't have a cough in the afternoon, but I've got one now, so let's take another bit of drink. Yeah, okay. And let's get back into it. So I'm going to give you my plan. I have been putting radars up. So we have a look here. Look at all of that coverage. We have got a ton of coverage on this map from all those radars, and I filled in bits of the inside as well that were missed. So this, we can start doing our plan. And the very first thing I want, because I want to get this started off nice and early, is going to be the uranium fuel. So, where was it? Yeah. Maybe we should go around zoomed in, because it seems like that uranium, you couldn't see it, and then you zoomed into a certain point, and yet suddenly it was there. So let me have a quick squiz around, because yes. So we've got 2 places that could be good. This one's a little bit too far away, because the thing is, to mine uranium, we need sulfuric acid. So it's got to be a uranium near to crude oil. Could be near coal as well, to be honest, but I'm just going to say near this stuff, because that just makes it easier. And there's no really big uranium bits next to coal anyway that I can see. So basically it comes down to 2 places. This place, right up here, and this place. Now this place looks a lot nicer. That uranium is really healthy. But I think the amount of uranium we'll get out of either of these is going to be good. And the important thing is this is a bit of iron. That's actually a lot of iron, those bits. So I don't want to build anything here. I want to leave this space open for iron. Because what I can do is I can make this maybe steel or something and mine out of both of those. They are quite a distance away, but when you got robots and stuff like that, you can have the smelting array in the middle and the station and all that sort of stuff. And it would be beautiful. So we are going to be building uranium setup over there. We're not going to destroy the existing uranium setup because, of course, we need it for nuclear robots. Want to keep on doing those guys. So yeah, let's go ahead and let's get that done. And after that, we can start to build the hub. You are... Oh, not what I meant to do. Not what I meant to do. Control, grab all of it. We should probably just grab a bloody storage thing for this. Give me some steel. Steel is not looking that healthy at the moment, but yeah, what are you going to do? I can't really improve steel that much. The only way I could do it is to push these out, and then I'd have to get blue belts or red belts going in here or something. Well, I suppose I could get 4 full belts in here and pass 2 into this guy and 2 into this guy. Or then I'd have to make these red belts or something like that and extend these out and blah, blah, blah. And I'd have to find a place for 2 other iron belts to come out, and I might get 1 out of there. And it's all such a pain in the ass, and we don't really need it anyway. I mean, steel is being used for solar panels, and solar panels 3.2 to 3.4. They're about the same. If I put more in here, I'd have a ton more solar panels. And we do need a slightly higher ratio because it's 800 over 650. But I feel like the amount we're producing is going to far outstrip the amount we need, especially if I keep leaving this game offline for a long time. So that's a whole bunch of concrete that I just picked up. So let's go ahead. And this is just in here, isn't it? Let's just give you all the concrete you can take. And we'll let that guy build for a while. And because we got a radar here, we can just leave this as long as we want. Now, I do want to build some power as well this episode. I've been thinking a little bit about where to build stuff. I'm thinking this area right here. There's not a lot here, so this would be a good place for base 1.5. And then maybe this area down here. There's not a lot either. There's some stuff, but we don't care about yield or the amount in there. We just care about the physical size because we've got unlimited. And this area down here and this area off to the side seems to have a lot bigger ones. These ones are just a little bit shonky. So I'm thinking of making this section a solar. So just set up the solar here, start pushing that over to the right-hand side, and then kind of the bigger base will be this area and just push out from there, sort of deal. So that's what I'm thinking. And yeah, we do need to plan out power as well. It'll probably be a rail line, so I guess we're not going to get power to this uranium setup. So maybe we should start worrying about train lines first and getting some train lines set up. Now we've got our 4-lane train setup here. And this is going to be the setup that I use for this game, 4-lane. Because, yeah, we're going to have 2-4-2 trains running everything around, and they're good. And it means it'll be a lot easier to set up a train network because we won't need to have crazy amounts of really, really big gaps to make sure we don't deadlock or have trains whacking up each other or stuff like that. But of course, the downside of that is we're going to need a lot more throughput for our trains to be able to keep up with supply and demand. So that is why I've got the 4-lane system. Because with the 2-lane system, I just don't know. So let's go ahead. Where's our rails? There we go. Let's just grab all of those rails. So the first thing we want to do, put that down there, is we want to get our blueprint. So you recall in previous times we've had a blueprint of a train line, a set of rails, which encapsulates the length of the shortest length that we need. So this is going to be our blueprint right here. It's a 2-4-2. And now we could use this blueprint as a measuring stick whenever we're building a train network to say that this has to be the minimum length. So we'll put that guy right next to this one. And we need another blueprint. There you go. You can go down there. Just click that. There's our little solar panel guy as well. Keep him around. We might need him in the future. But anyway, let's go ahead. Now, luckily, all of these, if you have a look, we got the straight thing here. So this guy might need to be rejiggered. What we'll probably do is we'll have... So these are from my Bob's Mega Base. These are all out of date. So we're going to get a new blueprint book here. So this is going to be 2-lane rail system. Done. Okay, and then I'm going to drag all of those into there. We do not want them in the main thing anymore. And we can probably get rid of a lot of these as well because we don't need 4x4 conveyor belts and let's just conveyors. Oh, it feels like I'm actually organizing this. What are you? Yep, you can go in there as well. Probably want some of this. Maybe. I don't know. This was some stuff. So you, I feel like I can get rid of you. Don't need you. Crude. The problem is these are all not designed for robots, so they're extremely unuseful at this point. You are... I'm pretty sure that's conveyor belts, so we can get rid of that one as well. Now this we might get rid of, because that's designed for conveyor belts, but the thing is I can pull that apart. I can lay that down, then replace the conveyor belts with chests, and that would be the setup that I would use anyway for smelting. The beacons and the smelters will all stay exactly the same. So what we're going to do here... Yeah. So we're going to start off with the straight. Don't have a lot of room here, but destroy that rock. Damn it! Give me some freaking ammo. Destroy the rock. Okay, so now we take our base thing. Okay, so that needs to be a fair bit bigger. We need some signals as well, don't we? Give me some of those, give me some of those. So everything should be this block size. Absolutely everything. So put that like that. And then we Q and we Q. Whoop, not what I wanted to do. That's not what I wanted to do either, but we'll get there in the end. We'll get there in the end. That's beautiful. Q on the rails as well. Very nice. Okay, Q that. Down, down. So if we go here, fits in beautiful. Doesn't quite fit. Well, we'll make it one more. It's probably fine because the train is going to stop at one of these signals, but we'll make it one more just to be on the safe side. And now, how do we get here? Excellent. I suppose technically they should be over here. Have a look here. Yep, that fits in there, and then that fits in there. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so that is going to be our straight. We could do lights, but I'm not going to. I'll put a whole bunch of lights. Well, the thing is, lights are just another thing that I have to get a lot of, and yeah. I could do lights. Yeah, I'll do lights. What the hell? They can just sit there, sitting in the blueprint, waiting to be built. Worst case scenario. So, yeah. So rail straight. Okay, all of that stuff into here. Rail straight. All right, so now we need a big old corner. And the corner, I don't know if I really need to mess with the corner too much. I think is there an existing corner? I think I had one at some point. I had these two angles put together. I should do that right now. Right. No, screw that. Let's just make our own. So, sorry, buddy. You're in the way, so you need to be destroyed. So let's go. Turn that around. Like that. 1, 2, 3. Is that correct? I think that's correct. We're not going to worry about the train placing, I don't think, for this one. We're just going to get a corner and yeah, hopefully that should be fine. Or should we? Should we worry about that? Nah. The only situation this will bite us in the ass is if we have a T intersection here and a T intersection here. Then that'll bite us in the ass if we had a corner like that. As I said, I'm spreading out here. I am spreading out a lot. But we're going to play it safe here. We're going to play it safe. So let's figure out. So you... so it needs to be about there. Let's put it about there. Okay, which means you need to be about there and then there. So get rid of these little bits. This will really push out our corners a little bit, but I think that's fine. So then we do the lights. Rotate that. Yeah, that's the last bit, right? Yep, that's the last bit. Excellent. Now we just need the power lines to line up. Go there. Go there. Excellent. And we're just going to have that as signal. So that's on the top side, still on the top side. So going... This is still left-hand drive, right? Pretty sure. Yep, still left-hand drive. So that one's still left-hand drive. Excellent. So that's our corner. Excellent. Get rid of all that and then see. Now comes the hard part, which is the T-intersection. But I don't think the T-intersection will actually be that hard because this is the point where we really don't need to worry about spacing. We need to worry about the spacings in areas other than the T-intersections. It's like this. We will edit this a bit though, I think. Will we? Yeah, so this is rail entrance. So this is where the trains run off the rail system and go into the thing. And what's worrying me is this guy here. Because this creates a block, which I don't like. I don't like that block. So we'll get rid of that one. And then this guy goes in here. Now you... Now that's fine to have these over here. I'm not sure about you. Because I'm not sure about getting a train in there. Let's go and put that there instead. Okay, so I feel a bit more comfortable with this guy. It's a little bit squidgy, but this is good. This is good as an exit, and as a whole, I think it's fine. Now the problem is a train can go from here and go past that signal, get up to this signal, and then get stuck there and block incoming traffic at the back, which will be a problem if we put two T-intersections next to each other, which we are never going to do. I'm going to make this ENT. It's for entrance. And then we'll get rid of that. So yeah, if we put two T-intersections next to each other, then I am officially an idiot and I deserve to have stuff deadlocked. But I'm going to try not to do that. So rail exit. This is where the trains come back off the line. Maybe I should have left that thing off there. Anyway, let's get rid of it. So let's get rid of this one. Let's get rid of this one. Yeah, don't know if that's really going to make a difference, but that's fine. All of these guys are perfectly fine. Haven't got lights on them, actually. Let's get lights on the main line only. I don't feel like we need lights on the offshoots or anything like that. Nothing else wrong with this. Chain signals. You don't need to be there. You do need to be there, but you kind of need to be up here more. You're a little bit too far out. This is merging in, so that's fine for it to be a chain signal. You're going this way. So it had a normal signal there. I feel like it needed a chain signal. Maybe not. You know what? I'm going to make this a normal signal again. This one had a normal signal here. That's fine, because either the train's trapped there or it's trapped there. So it doesn't really matter too much. So there's our lights. This is going to be EX T. And I'm going to do the entrance again so that I can add lights and so that I can put those signals back on because, well, I made this a chain, didn't I? Let's just make it a normal. And where was this guy? Yeah, it's weird. They had a signal there, but not one there. I do not know. An exit. Yeah, it's weird. They got one at the top, but not one down the bottom. Maybe it's just a distance thing. Alright, we'll put it back. Put it back, we might as well. So let we go. There we go. Let's put the lights. And then the last thing we need is a T intersection. And there is, okay, so let's go delete that. There is no way in hell that we are doing a 4-way intersection. There's just no way. So a T intersection is as far as we will go. And if we need a 4-way intersection somewhere, we will just have 2 T intersections with a decent gap in between them. We're going to have the minimum train gap between them, of course. But I'm going to try and avoid having that situation where we need to split off like that, because that's the kind of place where trains can get a bit bottled down. 2 T intersections, even if there's a full gap in between them, it's still not a good space. Still not a good idea, just generally. Alright, so... and then we go like that. Okay, so let's have a look. You're good. You're good. We got some weird things as well. See, they've done the same thing. Going in there, but not down there. Which is fine, you know, deal with it. It's all good. Everything else is good. I'm pretty sure I've used these before. I'm pretty sure I haven't had any problems with them. They seem to be pretty solid. So let's go and grab that, make that a T, and chuck that in the top level. So there we go. 5 rail things. And that is pretty much all we're going to need. I'm going to have a much bigger blueprint, which is going to be a sort of station, basically. So this, every single station, I think I mentioned last episode or this episode, is going to have a waiting area. I think that's definitely going to be the case. We're going to make it a proper mega base. We're not going to be faffing around here. My uploads have stopped for some reason. That's maybe not good. It's maybe not good. I should be uploading stuff in the background, but I'm not. My internet still seems to be working. Let's just refresh that stuff. As I'm casting this, I've got 2 videos left to upgrade to the thing for the Fortress Craft. So let's kick those off again. Second last video was like 68% done or something like that. Very nice. Yeah, we haven't actually done anything this episode, have we? We've got all our rail blueprints worked out, which is good. We've got a plan, which is good. Have we got 2.2k? We need another 1,000 in there. Okay, so that's going to take a while, especially with all the green circuits going around and taking forever and all that sort of stuff. Yes. So, or what we can do... We kind of want to set the... kind of want to set up that uranium depot with proper power, and thus we want the rails to go up. So where do we want the rails to go up here? Let's not put the rails down here if we don't have to. Let's start the rail system over here. So here, right where my mouse is, sounds like a good place for an intersection. So we'll go down like this, straight down here, have a T, and then go left and up and across here. And yeah, we're going to get into the situation where ooh, that train almost clocked me. That would have sucked, although I do have autosave going on, so yeah, it's all right. Yes, but so let's double check right where my mouse is. So just past those copper veins. Not this copper vein, the next copper vein. So with the robots we got, we should be able to do a decent amount of this. Bit more over. Okay, so starting the mega base. There we go. You don't necessarily have to complete it right now. We're just going to build it up there. And no doubt we'll be tearing some of this down later to replace it with T intersections. But for now, let's just get a straight rail going. Oh, we've got a fair ways to go. We want to go up all the way up there. But this is good. This will be a nice backbone for our power, I guess. Got to make sure I don't accidentally do them halfway through or anything like that, because then we're not going to get the signal length that we wanted. Okay, keep on going. This is a long way. It's definitely a long way, but I feel fine about that. I feel absolutely fine. It just keeps on going, doesn't it? This really is going to be a mega base, just not just in terms of how much it's doing, but in terms of the size, man. Alright, so we do. Okay, I feel like this is it. I feel like this is a good place. There's another good thing about having nuclear construction robots. You will never, ever, ever have them run out of power and just be stuck chasing you for the rest of your life. Okay. Give me my straight rail. S4. Ah, these are all the other ones, aren't they? Rail, where's my straight rail? Okay. So we go over here a little bit. Now where do we want to go up? Straight shot through here. So a little bit close to that stone. I don't really care about stone too much. We're not going to need a lot of stone in this thing. 4. In fact, we'll probably get away with like 1 stone for the entire base. Now, here is probably a... Okay, so what we need to do here is we need to make a decision, because I want to go straight up, definitely, but I want to do a T intersection. I'm not sure if I want to go left or if I want to go down. Because that looks very, very juicy, and a lot of these look very, very juicy. But our waiting areas are going to be huge, so I feel like I should be going up and down, not across here. Okay, and then we'll go up and down, and yeah. See, that would be wrong, because that would end up with the signals too close to each other. So there we go, there we go. And we'll just keep on going. I'll actually make sure all these guys get constructed offline, because I have a feeling it's just going to take ages to do it in the video. We're already at the 33-minute mark, so when you're doing a big mega base, even small things seem to take forever. We're going to go over a pretty big copper vein as well. Not that I'm worried too much about that. Although, copper is going to be very good for petroleum products. What other copper have we got? Not as many as I'd like. This one is pretty decent. This one is very decent. Although if we... I mean, what do we make with coal? We make petroleum products. So this could be an awesome space for like rocket fuel or something like that. Really, really could be a really awesome space. So I'm not going to dump over that. I'm going to put a T here. And then we're going to go left. And we're going to go to... And it's going to, I think it's going to be more like a network of stations rather than a point-to-point sort of deal. So, yeah. 3 gaps, I feel like that's enough. So let's send our T intersection up here. And then, let's go up here. So now we're going straight up. And this is probably too much for a waiting area, to be honest, but I'm just going to leave this straight line as it is. And in the next episode, we'll decide how we're doing a waiting area, because I'll probably have the station here, waiting area here, and then this, I just don't know. Maybe I should have made this an exit line down here and then have an entrance next to it. But then again, I could have a T intersection like this, and then this could be its own entrance and exit in one. And that's not a bad idea, so. I got the flavored natural mineral water. Raspberry again. Very, very nice stuff. So anyway, that's the train line. That's stretching power all the way back to freaking our main base. And yes, it's a long way, but it's going to look so good when we've got this huge train set up over this entire thing, and everybody's moving. You've got steel coming out of here, maybe, and you've got rocket fuel coming out of here, and you've got something else coming out from over there. And this top area is looking really, really solid. I think it's a little bit more north than this, because I made this the center, but this was already decently north. So yeah, very, very decent. We may need to... I've put lights everywhere now, so we may have to just do stuff with the lights now. Where's my lights? Where are my lights? Sorry. Okay, you need to be expanded. Give me some more rails. Give me some more lights. And we'll just start running slowly back down the line and filling all these guys in. And that is going to be done. In case I didn't explain it, I'm pretty sure I did explain it, but in case I didn't, we are building this uranium first because we're going to be using nuclear locomotives and they are going to be using uranium fuel cells. So we're not going to be building, like I did with my previous mega base, a depot right next to uranium, because we may need multiple depots. We may need a lot of depots. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a station specifically set up to build uranium fuel. And then we're going to have a logistics network set up to add a lights. Swear to God. Going to have a logistics network set up specifically to deliver that fuel around to all the depots. So like we did in our Bob's Mod game, where we had like 20 trains at a depot or something, and we also had an input station there requesting coal. We're going to do the same thing with uranium fuel for all of our depots, however many we end up having. And I probably will have a fair amount, because one thing I definitely learned in the mega base is that if you have one big depot and it's got a single entrance onto the train lines, that's bad, because the trains get very, very stuck trying to get out there. Build more of these. Build a ton more of these, because we will need so many. Anyway, I think I'm going to give this episode a tick and say we are done. And then next episode is all going to be about building our very first proper mega base station in this game. And it's going to be for uranium, and then after that, move on to the depot. And after that, we'll just go slowly building things bit by bit, but building them properly the first time. So absolutely getting them done up properly. And aim for Mega Base 1.5, I guess. Whatever we need for the Speed Modules 3 and Productivity Modules 3 is going to be what we want our Base 1.5 to have in it. And that'll be the minimum. And we'll probably get that base doing other things as well, like mass furnaces and mass miners. Although base 1.0, as I like to call it, might be able to handle all of our miner and furnace, things that we need. Maybe. So maybe we'll just leave it like that. But anyway, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Polls? Running out of polls? Yeah, I will see you guys later. Have a good one.